Hi all, this is Stephanie. I'm going to walk you through to start off with how I build my header and my buttons using Canva. You can go to Canva, it's like Canvas except no S.com, and create an account. It's free. And after a couple years of tinkering around with header sizes, I discovered that they now have a Google Classroom header size. There are a ton of template options for you that you can go through and pick all kinds of different sizes and shapes and stuff. But as I was tinkering around, I wanted something a little bit skinnier, less tall, I guess, than I was working with. So I discovered that, like I said, they have Google. Excuse me, let me type in that way. Google Classroom headers going on now. Come on. I know you got them. There they are. And so what I've got here are some options as far as headers. It's going to pull up all of these lovely possibilities here for you. What I want are one of these skinny ones on top. And actually, if I go ahead and type in header, it will pop me hopefully over there. There we go, where I can create a blank Google Classroom header over here, and I don't have to deal with all of the art that's there because I want to add in some of my own stuff. Now, for sure, you can use and adapt as you will any of their existing designs. They don't have very many Google Classroom. They have more for other sizes, but this gives you one that will go the full width of the page, but not be quite as tall as some of the other header designs. So I click on that to create a blank. And again, it gives me all of these options over here. Over on the left, you can upload images. They have a huge gallery of their own images over here that you can use and type in up in the search bar to find things, size, shape, color, all of that kind of good stuff. A variety of text options for you. You can now embed video. In there, change your background colors to a variety of things, that direction. Just tons and tons of stuff that you can add over here. I'm going to start off by going to my new favorite website in the universe, which is remove.bg. Remove BG allows you to take backgrounds off of existing images. And so I am going to pull the background off of my capstone research header. Ta-da! And so that just took all of the background gray out of that so that I'm just left with the text and the logo piece of the puzzle. I'm going to download that. I'm going to start, start over here with that piece of the puzzle in as one of the major pieces of where I'm heading to, and I'm going to size that bad boy up. Touch out. Do I want him that large? Maybe. We'll tinker for a second. That would just leave my contact information over there. I'm kind of okay with that for right now. So I'm going to add some elements. I added a square, and it will start by doing that. And you can size it so it's not actually a square, which is what I'm getting ready to do. Patchwink. And then color gets shifted up here. One of my favorite parts of this is it will automatically pull up the colors that are in your photo and or the colors that are involved in your document so that you will have a perfect color match to what's going on there. So for instance, if I wanted it to be dark gray, I'm going to send that backwards. I could do that. That's not terrible. We'll see. I'm tinkering. You're seeing the Stephanie Davis figuring out what she wants to do with her life portion of the program right now. So I'm going to add this over here for my contact information. In that, I like that. I would kind of like a little pop of that light blue though. So I think what I'm going to do is pop him down. Come on, pop. No, not pop him. That's my letters. I don't want to pop him down at all. I'm going to pull him out of the way for a second, though. I'm going to go down a little bit with that, and maybe a little bit more, and then make that one match. Okay, and then I'm going to change the background. Background. I would like it to be in the picture colors. Maybe instead I will, since picture colors are not coming up on that one, I'm just going to go ahead and make the background another square. And I'm going to change the color to being that turquoise that shows up in that. So I give a little background there. I'm going to go ahead and make him the full size this direction. Pachow. Positions and to back. Okay. Yes, that's what I wanted. And I'm going to select all, oops, not all, those two goodies, and move them up and try get them where they are in the middle there. Good. And then I'm going to pull him back up and put him on that side. I like it. So far, so good. And then I am going to add some text over here to add in my contact information over on the right-hand side. Remember that that's an expectation of the township. That pink dude right there will show up to show that I am centered on the page. And I have started just because, and if you've seen my other two, you'll see that both of the early college pieces refer to me as Professor Stephanie Davis. That's technically accurate. And I've started using titles and such, partially because I think that on the political end of things, teachers are undervalued. And so reinforcing the degree, I think, is something that's important to me. Additionally, all of my kids are college bound. And so seeing that connection there helps reinforce that piece of the puzzle as well. So I've got that in there, and I've bolded it. She's at 34. I'm going to bring it up to 42 and see what happens. Oh, that looks good. I like it. So there's that. And then I'm going to add my email address. I'm going to eventually, in the next video, when I put this in, show you how to make it clickable. Yay! Bring that back down. I'm going to unbold that. Yes, that's good. Okay, then I have to cheat for a second here because I do not have my Google Voice number memorized yet. So I have to look it up every time. It's 812 something. Settings. That is the wrong Google Voice account. I set up a Google Voice account before the school set up our Google Voice accounts. And so there it is. 812 329 5251. Beautiful. Okay. So there gives me the text for my contact information. And again, the pinks will show up to bring that. I think that's not terrible. I think I don't hate it as far as a header for that. So once I get that set up, I can go ahead and I can download it. I did on the other two give myself a drop shadow on that piece. Let me go ahead and do this direction. I did that in PowerPoint, and I don't think I have to. So just a second, I'm going to go download this. The download is a ping. If you have more than one page, I'll show you that to you in a second. It will show you how to you'll get a choice of whether you download all of them or some of them. Anything with these little gold crowns are the premium options. You can pay an upcharge in order to get. If there's a particular picture that's with a crown, you can pay a one-time fee. Every once in a while, I'm like, I need exactly that one, and it gives me what I need as far as okay, I hate that. Okay, back over to the middle. I was checking the edges aren't exactly even. That's going to bug me a little bit, but I think I'm okay with it. Or I could do this. Stop that. You right there. Go over to there. Better. Okay, yeah, that makes me feel more sane. Okay, download, and that will take a second to prepare, but not long. And then it will give you this nice pop-up ad trying to get you to pay the money, which I don't do. Okay, now for kicks and giggles, what I'm going to do is give this a drop shadow, and I'm going to do that by bringing the same ping I just built and downloaded here. And instead of bringing it up to the full size of the image, I'm going to bring it up to about yay. Okay, and I'm going to bring it over to the middle, and then I'm going to take it over just about 2 or 3 or 4 notches over that direction, and I am going to copy paste the exact same thing. Nope, I'm not. Changed mind. I am going to create another square. Hello, square. Where did you go? There you are. And I'm going to bring him up here, and I'm going to make him the same size as my image to give myself, whoopsie doozer, that did the thing. Bring it back up. There we go. And change the color to a dark gray. And then I'm going to send him backward. And then I'm going to bring him down 1, 2, 3, 4, and over 1, 2, 3, 4, and start with that and see what I got. Not quite enough for me. Let's see if that did it. As far as drop shadow, yep, that's a drop shadow. Okay, so I've now created my drop shadow to give it a little bit of some 3D, and this will show you what happens when you have more than one page. So I am going to download, and see I have all pages. I can download both of them, but I don't need that top one again because I'm going to use page 2. So when I click on the drop down, page 2, done, download. Okay, cool. Now back out to templates. This time I am going to want to create a button for my class. So I'm going to do an Instagram post that pulls up. Hello, that's not what I wanted it to do. Let's try this again. That is going to give me a square option for this Instagram post. There we go. That will give me a square option. Again, there are 6 bazillion templates over here. I used one of those 6 bazillion on my existing buttons that I did for the other classes. The paper tear was already built into here. I just had to go through and find one that I liked. And obviously I haven't prepped for this, so let me just think for a second. I'm going to go ahead and just build one while I've got the recording rolling, and then I'm probably going to do something else that you'll see uploaded in the actual video when I upload stuff. I like my capstone ones to be a bit more formal, so let's see what we have in wedding. Ooh, that one's pretty. Okay, for kicks and giggles, let's say we're going to, ooh, that would be kind of cool. Let's try this one. Okay, so look at that. It doesn't want me to use the picture. Notice I've got to remove watermarks because the picture that they're using on that is not free. Okay, which is fine because I'm not actually hosting a wedding. I'm teaching a class. So I'm going to build the button here for the Capstone Classroom Starter Kit. So let's see. For this, I usually do like classroom supplies or classroom tools. And I like it. I like the black and white on this because then the color pops out against it. But I can fix that if I don't find a black and white that's actually usable for me. Ooh, I like that one a lot. I wonder what that would not be contrasty enough for a good black and white though. Let's go with Stephanie making decisions. Not terribly exciting. Okay, we're gonna, for kicks and giggles, go with this guy. I'm gonna drag him up to the normal size of this picture, but then I'm gonna over drag him because he's gonna replace him. Okay. And then I can come in here to crop a doodle dandy. All right, come on. Crop him in. And you can see where those original lines are, right about yay. Okay, I'm gonna drag him off for a second and kill the picture by picture and drag this back into where that was to center. And then I can send him backwards. Yay. Okay, then this is going to get, you have tons of filtering options over here as far as different things you can do with color. Additionally, I obviously would like to grayscale it. Ooh, maybe I want to street it instead. that is more contrasty, which I like better. The white works well against that. I think the blue's a little painful. So I'm going to shift that out a little bit. But then I can I can change all of this that I want to change. Obviously, I don't need to, I'm not hosting an engagement party, so I don't need any of that stuff. So instead, I'm going to go here and make this classroom starter. Oops, hello. Ta-da, and I'm going to tinker with the color here a little bit to give myself something that's a little bit more saturated on that so that it stands out a bit more. Man, I'm hesitant to go with the blue, but I'm going to for right now. And I'm hesitant. No, not better. I'm hesitant to do that because I don't want it to clash with my existing blue that I have over there on the header. So I will probably actually avoid all of those turquoise colors when the moment comes to it. Let's just, for kicks and giggles on this one, I obviously won't go with red. We teach at Perry. But start with this. I'm just going to leave it in that same spot. I would actually, if I were going to continue on from here with this button, I would do what I just did, which is download it again and create the drop shadow so that I can continue doing that throughout. Now, when I build and I get the button set just like I want it, what I do then is these little guys up here are some extra awesome tools. Where I am now, that plus sign will just add a new blank page. What we're going to do if we want to keep doing this and have them line up perfectly on the page is to copy it, and that will create exactly the same new slide. I would do that after I create the drop shadow so that I can copy the one that has the drop shadow so that everything is exactly the same size, the drop shadow is the same size, everything is lined up. And then all I have to do is go in here and find the next picture that I want to use and change out the backdrop and change out the lettering, and it will be set up exactly the same and will match perfectly. Then again, when I go to download and it gives me the option of having multiple pages, I can just click on the ones from the drop down that I want to download and I'll be good to go. So that will get you started on the graphic design end of things. I'm going to go ahead and build my buttons for my research class, and then I'll record the next video, which will show you how to put everything into Canvas. I hope that helps, and I will chat with you soon. Bye.